This is the first Paul W.S. Anderson film I saw in a movie theater, and I gotta say, I'm actually very surprised. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the movie Pompeii. So Pompeii follows this guy named Milo, who's played by Jon Snow himself, who witnessed his entire family get wiped out 17 years ago by the army of Jack Bauer. Fast forward 17 years later, and now the little boy is a great warrior, and he can take down guys with ease with his chiseled abs. He gets bought by this rich guy, brought to Pompeii to be a gladiator so that he can fight other warriors like him, and I think you can guess where it's gonna go from there. The volcano erupts and all hell breaks loose, and shit, we gotta get out of here, and now Milo along with this really cute chick have to escape the volcano's wrath before time runs out. Now when going into this film, I had the lowest of the lowest expectations for two major reasons. First off, the trailer didn't do the movie any justice. I mean, it didn't look impressive, it didn't look like something worth seeing. I mean, the volcano sequences might have been the only thing I was interested in seeing, like just this wanton destruction. That I thought would look cool on a big screen. And secondly, it's directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who doesn't really have a very favorable reputation with film goers. I mean, he's the guy who brought us the Resident Evil films, he brought us Three Musketeers, and also Mortal Kombat, which a lot of people think is his best movie, although it's not really saying much. And being that this is the first Paul W.S. Anderson film that I saw in the theater, needless to say, I did go in with a bit of skepticism, a bit of reluctance, and a bit of hesitation because of his past reputation. But I gotta be honest with you guys when I say I enjoyed this movie for the most part. I mean, is it a good movie? Hell no. Is it a shitty movie? Not at all. It's just in the middle. It's very adequate. The best thing and my favorite part in the movie is the score. I mean, it was epic, it was somber, it fit the tone of the movie, and I really enjoyed it. The performances for most of the actors were pretty decent. I mean, there was only really one terrible performance, but the rest of them, they all did a decent job. I mean, nobody stood out as being god awful, but nobody really stood out for being magnificent. I did like Kit Harington, the guy who plays Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. I liked him. His character was a bit one note, but it fit the role perfectly, and his relationship with this other gladiator by the name of Atticus was the best relationship in the entire movie, and Atticus is my favorite character in this movie. I mean, the way he goes out, the way his action scenes are handled, I loved every moment with Atticus. He was the best character. And a little trivia here, the guy who plays Atticus is actually the same guy who played the African priest in Lost. I thought it was really cool to see him again because I like him a lot as an actor, and I would like to see him in more movies, hopefully better movies from here on out. I personally really enjoyed most of the action scenes in this movie. I mean, they were thrilling, they were entertaining. My favorite one being the final fight with Atticus and this one Roman general. That was just pure awesomeness. And I won't lie, when the volcano finally erupts and wanton destruction is falling on Pompeii, I can't deny that I was very entertained by those scenes. Although, now we get into some of the problems I had with this film. The first one being is that the CGI is terrible. I mean, as much as I really like seeing the volcano just destroy Pompeii, I couldn't help but notice how bad the CGI was. I mean, it looked really bad. I was just like, really? This is the wanton destruction of Pompeii, and you couldn't even put in the effort to make the CGI look a bit realistic? And honestly, it wasn't really the volcano that looked the fakest, it was actually the city and the water. I mean, the water looked like it wasn't even finished rendering or something. It looked so damn fake. And another big problem and a much bigger nuisance is the fact that they turned Pompeii the action movie into Pompeii the romance story. And I know they're supposed to put a love story in here somewhere, but I didn't expect it to be the main focus in a movie about a volcano volcano erupting and destroying Pompeii, you would think, oh, action disaster movie, let's go. But it doesn't happen until the last 30 minutes of the film. For most of the film, 1 hour and 10 minutes, it's focused on this really cliche, really derived and forced love story with characters that don't have any chemistry and an actress that is not a good actress. It's the same girl that was in Sucker Punch. Her name is Emily Browning. She is not a good actress. In fact, she's the girl I was referring to earlier. She's the only bad performance in this entire movie. I mean, I didn't believe anything that this girl did. And kind of going hand in hand with the forced love story, I mean, the writing was nothing really spectacular and the story wasn't that interesting. Honestly, it would have worked better if the story just focused on Milo as he tries to get revenge for the death of his family instead of Milo falling in love with this girl and they're running away from the volcano. That other one is a much interesting story than this forced, contrived love story. But I will give the story and writing props for the way that it ended. I mean, I thought it was going to end in the most cliche way possible, but actually it ended in a way that kind of surprised me and I thought was kind of touching. For a split moment, I felt a connection with them. You know, it ended right when the movie ended, so there's that. So overall, although the CGI is not the best out there and the love story was very tacked on and forced with some weak performances here and there, I did find a few things to really enjoy from this movie. The editing is not choppy, the direction seems very competent, they know how to frame a shot. The story, although weak, did end on a note that I thought really was impactful and I liked it. I did like the two main gladiator guys. I enjoyed them the most. The action scenes were fun and overall, I mean, it's not a great movie, but I enjoyed bits and pieces. So overall, I'm gonna give this film a 3 out of 5 stars. It's okay. You know, I don't think you need to go rush out to see this movie. It's a rental at best. I know you guys wanted me to tear this movie down, but I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the movie for what it was. But anyway, what did you guys think of this film? Did you like it a lot? Or did you find it boring and painful and dull and you just don't like Paul W.S. Anderson? And let me know, what is your favorite Paul W.S. Anderson film? Comment below and let me know. And stay tuned, I will have an anime review out this Tuesday, and the monthly live chat is upon us this Friday, February 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned for that. And until then, guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Wilder II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.